It's your girl, Real Ram, aka Burgers. So I have been trying to record this video for you. So this time now, I am wrapping 3 things together. I'm gonna try to summarize them. I'm gonna do my best not to make this a super long video. But before I get started, if you have not subscribed to either one of my channels, to this one, Real Ram T. Lee, or Tawana M. Lee, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and do so, because I don't ever want our conversations to end, and I want us to always grow together and learn together. So on August 13th, I watched a certain individual, just in case this is what is happening, I'm not gonna say the person's name, but they have a documentary called Big Mouth or Loudmouth. That individual, you can go onto their Instagram channel to find out what it is that they said precisely. So that person's Instagram live. Also, there's a podcast called Girl Just Heal. And then today I listened to, I'd have to look that one up. However, there's 3 podcasts. I'm gonna put all of the details in the link for you. So all of them together are messages that you all have heard before, but they're just said differently, and it's always good to be reminded about this message. So straight from the first one, from the top, it's about, as you seek pride and self-fulfillment in your purpose, you must first face and understand why you seek outward validation. Why you seek outward validation and insecurities, why you have insecurities and doubt. What is the history from that? And as you are going through this journey, you will have tough times, right? But do understand that your responses to things that become a habit is not normal. And in order to grow, we have to not respond like that anymore. And I say a fastest way of doing that is when you join teams, when you become a leader. And one thing that I have spoken about a lot is the sport of capoeira, or the lifestyle of capoeira, because there's no faster way to reveal yourself than through this. And one thing that I learned about myself are the habits that I tend to have, and you face this quite quickly. And so keep going though. He also says that do not reflect or digest the negativity and the hate of others into your spirit, into your life. Just continue to going down that path, right? And then, your light will shine. So what I have learned about myself, which I already knew, but it was highlighted through capoeira, is my defense mechanisms, the things that I tend to do. And I will share one of those things is giving up and running. And I won't share it all because you all should have been at that women's capoeira workshop. So I'm inspiring you and encouraging you to come out to capoeira. Now, from the Girl Just Heal, she talked about you can't do the work where you are not, or where you haven't excelled. So when we have visions and hopes, right, we're always looking into the future, what it is where we want to be. But you can't do the work in the future until you pass the present. Let me press pause real quick. Sorry about that. I always talk about coming outside, getting you some fresh air and some sunlight and all that. There's a dump truck going by. So, as I was saying, you cannot do the work of the future or be your future or goal self until you have passed the work of the now, of the present. So she used the analogy of a video game, and I am just gonna add to what she said. She was talking about you gotta pass level 1, level 2 in order to get to level 10, right? And so the way it spoke to me, yeah, you got in Super Mario, you And even Mike Tyson, you got the cheat codes, right? So you can indeed find these cheat codes. And sometimes in life, there are no cheat codes. You can ask people how they did a thing and try to do things their way, but that's not what was written for you. And if you put in these cheat codes to skip to the next level, have you really excelled? Have you really gone through the trials and tribulations in order to be a testimony for somebody else? Can you really be a mentor to somebody else? Can you really be the version of who you want to be in the future if you have warped to the next world? If you started off in World 1 in Mario, but you warped all the way to level 5 or level 8 just to fight King Koopa, have you really excelled at Mario? If you went straight to beating Mike Tyson, are you really that good in the game? So, yeah, and also, as we talk about in therapy, you must celebrate your small wins in order to appreciate the fact of your goals, right? This is why people struggle with celebrating themselves, right? And we think that our goals are too big, but we want you to chop it down into small bits. And when you look so hard at the end goal and you look so far in the future and not step by step, that's what makes it so difficult. Okay, and that was easy to do because that was all written down. And trying to remember what was in the podcast today was pretty much more of the same. But really, my message to you all is working small and where you are, appreciating your circle that is around you. And if they aren't helping you reach your goals, helping you understand that taking breaks is necessary and that it isn't selfish, then this is going to cause you to burn out. And like I said, I'm going to put all of 3 of those podcasts in the show links. So until next time, please make sure that you continue to take care of yourself and each other, and leave me comments, and let's keep this conversation going. Have a great weekend.